What's going on, guys? It's Kude here, and today we're going to go over the upcoming challenges and events for Mortal Kombat Mobile. Now, not going to be a whole lot this week, so we're going to have to put something else in this video. Firstly, let's start off with what is after the Mournful Katana Challenge. I'm mourning at the fact that we even have to play the Mournful Katana Challenge. You know, it's such a shame that they even promoted her to a challenge character after 2.0. Like, why even bother? Look at her skin. Yes, her skin looks very nice. This is one of the best looking katanas in this game. However, her gameplay is nothing to write home about. Like, why give this skin such beauty and then make the character actually trash? We should just go look at what the next challenge is, right? Let's just move on. Another missed opportunity with piercing Melina. We do need an MK11 Melina desperately though. I gotta say, MKX Melina is alright in comparison to MK1, but we need MK11. Bronze characters only, silver and bronze characters only, silver characters only, your team spun of Outworld characters, and then lastly, Kotal Kahn must be in your team. Why him? Does anyone know why Kotal Kahn would be one of the characters? Silly me. Kotal Kahn is the reason why she gets eaten alive by bugs in MKX. Well, that would explain why. That would explain why. She's nothing to write home about, but make sure to farm for the souls. Treat challenges that aren't useful characters just like you're grabbing up all those souls, and you're also trying to max these characters out so that you can get resells. Resells are going to serve you greatly because you will be getting them. You will be getting them, and when you get max characters, you're going to feel the pain of getting resells from either Fatal or Normal Tower. So keep that in mind. Let's go see what the hard and elder difficulties are for piercing Melina. We get Razor Sai as the equipment. Let's go see what the elder difficulties are for piercing Melina. Not much of a challenge these days, huh? Golden Diamond characters only. Your team was spun up Sonya Blade or Kotal Kahn characters. Your team was spun up Spec Ops characters, and then it repeats until the end. Is anyone excited for the piercing Melina? Write down in the comments below. Are you excited? I want to know. Look at her eyes. After piercing Melina, we have Marksman Kung Jin, finally an actual challenge for a worthwhile character. Bronze characters only, silver and bronze characters only, silver characters only, your ton of martial artist characters, and then Jackie Briggs went for your team. Oh man, I was praying Jackie Briggs and Kung Jin would get together, but it didn't seem like they ended up going anywhere in the end, especially since, I mean, they just don't exist in MK11, yeah, they just get wiped. Hey, here's some new characters, wipe. Alrighty, these are the hard difficulties for Marksman Kung Jin. Obviously, the challenge requirements are the exact same, but you get Shaolin Bow. Same stats as Melina's. Yeah, literally the same stats. With him, it's alright. But anyone else, not gonna work. Alrighty, these are the elder difficulty requirements for Marksman Kung Jin. Golden Diamond characters only. Your team of Jackie Briggs or Takeda characters. Your team must have Spec Ops characters, and then it repeats until the end, getting you your last copy of the Ancestral Shot. I have an upcoming video going over the next two characters and, you know, brutality, friendship, predictions, but it's not going to talk about the game itself in the video because I think that's a different topic. We can go on and on about how it's a troubling time, you could say. You could definitely say that. So, what's gonna happen after White Lotus Tower, Normal, and Fatal? Are we gonna ever get new towers in this game? I'm just gonna be honest with you guys, right? I'm gonna sit down and just start yapping. Just gonna start yapping. I'm not even gonna try to script this part out. The answer to that is if Warner Brothers wants to take feedback, if they are seeing less purchases, if they're seeing that this whole, you know, redesigning of old towers just is not hitting it for the players. They tried it and the player base isn't very happy about it. Some gears were reworked for the better, kind of, but most players collectively are just saying stop redesigning old towers and just give us new ones, which again I thought was crazy, for that people were going give us new towers, because that used to be the least popular or voted idea. We got the crypt, we got dragon crystals, and while they aren't polished features, they certainly need a crap load of improvements, and they're just being absolutely abused right now. Not going to name names. There were a lot of complaints back then. There were. Every update getting a new tower, locking stuff behind paywalls. But people are just more excited about towers because they're more fun to play. Oh, it's bad though. It's bad. These 184, 185, 189, 196 fights are just getting outrageous. When you make the battles so hard no one wants to play, that's a problem. And the crypt is not the solution, because it's so difficult for a beginner to get into it, and let alone enjoy it. I can say one thing about Genshin Impact. Artifact farming sucks, but at least it's not that time consuming. MK Mobile needs a game mode that takes less time to farm every day, that you can just get it all done. And towers are easier to do that with than the crypt. However, towers are much more difficult than an artifact farming, right? An artifact farm is going to stay the same in Genshin no matter what. You cannot say the same about towers. They just get harder and harder. All you gotta do is use this team, this team, this team. You know, this is a separate problem, which is how much time certain free-to-play channels spend researching on this game. And I love the creativity, right? I love the idea of putting a million different gear combinations on and finding the best one to beat the hard battles. But with the amount of effort required to learn these strategies, it just isn't practical for most beginners. You can watch them play and beat that battle, but sometimes it's not even helpful advice, because it's such a big learning curve to get to that point where you're timing the frames perfectly that most people can't even do it. Having gears is the most important thing in this game, more than anything. You could beat Tower 200 with 0 gears in the past, and you still can these days. It's just a whole lot more difficult, and it takes a lot more attempts. Before I go, what's gonna be in the next update tower wise? I feel like Cold Tower is gonna come back in update 5.4 or 6.0. Either way, I do think Cold Tower is gonna make an appearance in the next update. So that's some good news for anyone who has been on the tippy toes. Just waiting for Cold Tower to come back. That's gonna wrap up this video. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you did enjoy, make sure to like and subscribe if you are new. And yeah, peace out.